Right now, the most expensive word in business is agent. Every company is buying them. And the math nobody puts in the sales demo says most of them will fail before they finish the job. Let me show you why and what an AI agent actually is. On this show, we take the words flying around your meetings and turn them into something you can actually use. No code, no jargon dump, just the real thing explained straight. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what an AI agent actually is, where they genuinely work today, and where they quietly break. And here's the part you can use at work tomorrow. 5 simple questions that tell you whether an agent someone's selling you is the real thing in about 30 seconds. Here's the thing that should get your attention. In 2024, almost no business software had an AI agent in it. By 2026, roughly 40% of enterprise applications do. That shift happened in about 18 months. Your project tools, your support desk, your sales software, agents are being switched on inside products you already pay for, whether or not anyone explained them to you. And the money is enormous. One customer support agent company, Sierra, is valued at around $15 billion. Another, Decagon, at 4.5. These aren't research projects anymore. They are replacing real work in real companies today. So this is not a someday topic. If you sit in a meeting where someone says, let's put an agent on that, this is the video that lets you know whether that sentence makes sense or not. But to judge it, you have to know what the word actually means. And almost everyone gets this wrong, including the people selling it. The easiest way in is to start with the kind of AI you already know, the chatbot. You've used one. You type a question, it types an answer back. That's the whole exchange. Words in, words out. An agent starts from that same ability to produce words, but it adds the one thing a chatbot never does. An agent starts from that same ability to produce words, but it adds the one thing a chatbot never does. It takes actions on its own. It doesn't just tell you the answer. It goes and does the thing, making its own decisions along the way without stopping to ask you at every turn. That jump from telling you to doing it for you is what the whole word agent is really about. Get that, and you already understand more than most of the people that's selling these tools. Picture an online store, the kind you order from every week, and the system that handles its customer service. The goal it's handed, it's simple to say. Give this customer their money back. Now watch what the agent does with that. Nobody hands it a script. It works out the steps for itself. Figure out which customer this is, find their order, check whether it qualifies under the return rules, confirm how they paid, send the money back, email them to confirm, and note down what it did. How does it come up with that list? It uses the same language engine that sits behind a chatbot to reason about the goal, working out that to give a refund, these are the things that normally have to happen, and it lays that sequence out itself in order. Then it actually carries the steps out. And this is the part that matters. It's not drafting suggestions for you to approve. It sends the real email. It goes into the store's order system and marks the refund. It moves real money. And if something surprises it along the way, say the order can't be found, it reacts and changes its plan instead of blindly plowing ahead. That back and forth is the heart of it. The agent thinks about what to do, does one thing, looks at what came back, and then thinks again. over and over until the job is done. In the industry, you will hear this described as a loop of reasoning, acting, and observing. There's no magic number of steps. The point is that it keeps cycling, adjusting as it goes. Underneath, every agent is built from 4 parts. If even one is weak, the whole thing falls over. Planning. This is turning a vague goal into an ordered list of steps. A good agent breaks the job down sensibly, does things in the right order, and reworks the plan when something changes partway through. A weak one wanders, repeats itself, and marches confidently down the path that's never going to work. Tools. This is how the agent actually gets things done, by connecting directly into the same systems your staff would use. To send that confirmation, it plugs into the store's email system and sends the message. To return the money, it connects to the order system and puts the refund through. It isn't clicking around a screen the way a person does. It talks straight to those systems underneath. Memory. The agent has to keep the track of what it already did a few steps back. Judgment. Knowing when the job is actually finished, when to stop, when to hand off to a human, and most importantly, when not to act at all. This is the rarest and the hardest part. Without it, you get an agent that cheerfully refunds the wrong customer and reports back that everything went perfectly. Now, why does this matter to you? Because those 4 parts are exactly where these tools tend to break, and a demo is designed to hide it. Here's the catch though. Even when an agent has all 4 parts, even when it's genuinely good, there's a problem hiding underneath. And it's the reason an impressive demo so often turns into frustrating mess a week later. Here is the fact that quietly ruins the whole industry and nobody puts it on stage. Picture an agent that gets each individual step right 95% of the time. That sounds great. You'd be happily hire a person who's right 95% of the time. But an agent doesn't take one step. To finish the real job, it takes many, one after another. And here's the thing to understand. The mistakes don't average out. Every pile up. Every step is another chance to sleep, and each sleep gets carried into next step. So an agent that looks nearly flawless on any single step ends up getting the whole job right only about 1 time in 3. The head of Google DeepMind, Demis Hassabis, called this compound interest in reverse. The same force that quietly grows your savings works against you, and it's sneakier than it sounds because these mistakes don't announce themselves. Go back to that refund. If early on the agent pulls up the wrong order, it doesn't notice. It just keeps going, checking the return rules and sending the money based on that wrong order. Nothing breaks, no red warnings. Wrong result, money sent to the wrong person. Reported as a success. That's why the real-world results are rough. When Carnegie Mellon sets agents loose on ordinary office tasks, the best ones finished only about a quarter of them without the help. And this matters. None of that means agents are fake. It means they work inside a specific shape and break outside it. So let's be precise about where they actually deliver right now. Customer support is the most major. Sorting incoming requests, processing refunds, resetting passwords. Real companies have cut their first-line support load sharply. Software work is another. Agents that take coding tasks, make the changes, test them, fix their own mistakes and hand back finished work. And research. Gives one a question and it will spend an hour reading around the web and come back with a written sourced summary. And here's where they fall apart. Anything that has to run on its own for days. The mistakes pile up past the point of useless. So forget the hype and forget the doom. Here are the 5 questions that settle it every time. Before you trust an agent with anything, ask. 1. Is the task clearly defined? If you can write it down as a plain, specific steps, an agent can probably handle it. If the honest instruction is use your judgment, it will fail in creative ways. 2. Is it short? Minutes to a couple of hours ending in a clear result. Good. Days of unsupervised work? Not yet. 3. Is the cost of a mistake small? A customer is briefly annoyed and gets passed to a human. Fine. Will lose a $2 billion deal? Not fine. 4. Is there a clean handoff to a person when it gets stuck? Good agents stop and pass the problem to a human with the full story. Bad ones just vanish mid-task. 5. Does the vendor have real customers in your industry doing this exact thing? So how do you read your answers? If it's yes to all 5, the agent is ready for that job. Go ahead. If a few are no, don't commit yet. Try it on doing something small and low risk first and watch how it does. And if most are no, it simply isn't ready for this. Check again in 6 months because these tools are getting better fast. Back to that uncomfortable idea from a moment ago. An agent that's almost always right on each step can still get the whole job wrong because small mistakes stacks up. That's not a reason to fear agents. It's the single most useful thing you now know about them because it tells you exactly how to use them. Keep the task short, keep the stakes low, and keep a person ready to step in when it matters. An AI agent doesn't reason the way you or I do. It's software that works out what to do next and then actually does it. For real. That's the power, and that's exactly where the danger lives. And now you can sit in any meeting hearing someone says, let's put an agent on it, and be the one person in the room holding the 5 questions that tell you whether it will actually work.